How's it going, everyone? 2025 is almost over and Christmas is almost here. I think we're only a couple weeks away. So I just want to give you a few gift ideas, last minute ones you can get for your dad or maybe your husband or anybody that enjoys tools or woodworking or anything fun like that, at least fun to me. I just want to give you some ideas from $10 gifts up to $350 gifts. So the very first one, something kind of simple and silly, is just this piece here. It's not the drill. And you might be wondering what this is. It goes in your drill, you spin it, and what it's for is twisting wire nuts on electrical. So normally you got to take these things and turn them, and if you're doing a whole bunch of them, after a while it gets kind of takes some time. For 10 bucks, you put this in your drill, and it does your wire nuts within seconds. So it's kind of a cool little thing. It's not something you're going to go find at Home Depot. You got to pretty much get them online. So I got a link to them on Amazon. It's a good little gift. Like I said, no one's going to complain once they have it. Another thing any guy should have is just a pen light. Keep it in your pocket when you're working on stuff. You can keep it in your tool bench, keep it in your glove box or in your cup holder in your truck. Great thing to have, tackle box, whatever it may be. But for 10 bucks, you can't go wrong. This one's the Milwaukee version, but I also have a Coast one. I have a link to both of them, but super cheap, inexpensive, lasts super long time, very bright, and just great to have. Third thing, any carpenter, handyman, anybody does any type of woodworking, construction, wants one of these pencils. Even if they don't know it yet, they want one of these. This is the Pika. It's like a mechanical carpenter pencil. The lead's super thick on it, not like a normal mechanical pencil. It has a built-in little sharpener in the end of the holder here. You can sharpen it, make it super pointy if you want it, or you can kind of dull it out if you want a wider line. They make different color leads for it. Come in a little pack like this. They last forever. I literally built my entire barn with like 2 leads on this pencil. And I think it's because I broke a couple of them dropping it. The lead itself I'm talking about. But very durable, have half dozen of these things, love them. They clip into your pocket right here. So when this is in your pocket, you pull this out, it goes right back in. You're not looking for a pencil, you don't have it on your ear falling off. You'll never want to use a stupid carpenter pencil again once you have one of these. 26 bucks, or no, 16 bucks. They're not that expensive. Like I said, I've had these for years now and love them. Any guy needs a pick set in their toolbox. These things come in super handy. If you're taking things apart, you're working on anything, trying to get hoses off of a carburetor or working on a lawnmower and you got to change an O-ring and something, or a faucet like that, these things are great. So this is a Milwaukee set. These are around like 30 bucks, I think, or $28. I also have a link for the gear wrench version, which I have those as well, for like $23. But they're just great to have. It's great to have a nice matching set, not just some random junk ones in the drawer. Really good to have. This is kind of a fun, interesting thing. Obviously it's a fan, but what's neat about it is it doesn't take any electricity or batteries or anything like that. What it does is it uses heat to generate electricity to spin the fan. So if they have a buddy heater like this, they can take their heater out in their deer blind or ice fishing. You take this, it clicks on the top of it. The heat generated by the heater actually produces electricity. The fan starts to spin within a minute or so. It actually moves quite a bit of air. It's completely silent. It works extremely well. I use one in my deer blind every year. Love it. And for, how much was this? For 25 bucks, can't beat it. So like I said, doesn't take any batteries. They can even put this if they got a wood stove in their shop or garage or in the house. You set it right on top of the stove, it gets warm, it starts circulating the air around the house. Works really good. Love this thing. All right, getting a little more expensive. So that was in the $25 range. Now we're into the $36 range. And what you get for that is a 2-pack of these spray foam guns. You don't get the foam, you gotta still buy this when you go to Home Depot or wherever you buy your foam at. But instead of using that great stuff, foam that comes in the can and the straw and it's always clogged up and you use it one time and it goes bad after that, you buy these guns for 35 bucks, you get 2 of them. You screw on a can of foam, and you can literally leave this in the cupboard for months on end, and when you need it, you pull it out and you pull the trigger, and the foam just comes out as it would the other guns, but it's way more controllable. You can start and stop it. It doesn't drip or foam anywhere because it actually closes at the tip here. So awesome thing to have. Once you have one of these, you don't buy the regular foam cans anymore. Those things are junk compared to this. So get a 2-pack of these, 35 bucks. You'll love it. All right, next thing would be a good hole saw kit. And once you use the carbide tipped hole saws, you're not gonna wanna go back to the other ones. You might be wondering what's different about these. And the biggest difference is they have 3 teeth on them, and they're tungsten carbide tips, which are extremely sharp and extremely strong, and they don't go dull. Compared to your normal hole saw that has 20, 30, 50, 100 teeth on them, and these clog up with wood, they go dull super quick. Every time you use them, they're smoking and making a mess. These things, I've drilled through masonry bricks with these, and then, I mean, the teeth are still perfect on them. And then you can come out and drill through lumber is 5 times as fast as the old kind, and super clean holes. They barely even get hot because they're not sitting there just spinning, making a mess. So for 100 bucks, it's a 14 piece. You get all the different sizes from, I believe it's inch up to 4.5 inches, inch and 3/8 to 4.5. It goes through masonry, metal, wood, plastics, any of that. These things are great. I won't buy the regular style hole saws anymore after that. So another thing in the $100 range is the Milwaukee Surge impact driver. So this is a hydraulic impact driver. It's not just your standard impact for putting in screws. What's different is it's hydraulically driven, so it's half as loud as a normal one. So it's not that crazy loud ratcheting sound like a normal impact is. So it's much quieter. It's much more delicate, I would say, in a sense to where if you're putting together some type of furniture or even assembling like IKEA furniture or something like that, you have way more finesse and a softer hit to the impact without breaking things or stripping screws out. But yet it can still drive in a 4-inch screw like it's nothing. So this is my go-to screw gun for everything. You can tell by all the abuse that it's been through. I mean, I've used this thing for a few years now, but they still make it. It's about 100 bucks for just the tool. I think for 130 you get a battery, or maybe it might be 149. But this thing, once you use one of these, you won't want to use the loud normal one after that. So that was in the $100 range, 130, 140 with batteries. This is right about 130 bucks. And what this is the DeWalt laser level. So this is the green laser. It's much easier to see. It goes much further. Even in the daytime when it's sunny out, you can still see this laser pretty well. So not only does it do a horizontal line, it also does a vertical line. So it'll do a up and down or side to side, horizontal or vertical. Once you use a laser, it makes setting cabinets or hanging anything on the wall much easier. So love one of these things. Even if you're trying to transfer something from the floor to the ceiling, it can project a line and really comes in handy. It's got a magnetic little base here. You can stick it on the wall, stick it to an adjustable pole or something like that, or you can just put a screw in and hang it on there. It works really well. It just takes a couple AAA batteries. They last for days upon end, off 3 batteries, I believe it is. But for 130 bucks, this thing is extremely handy and works very well. All right, this is kind of an interesting, different tool, but I've had this for a year or so now, and I love this thing in the summertime. And what it is a electric pruning shear. So you literally hit a button and you cut through an 1.5 inch tree like it's nothing. I haven't had these things not go through something yet. If it can fit around it, you hit the button and it's through it instantly. So you're not sitting there trying to cut trees or branches or shrubs, you can just walk around, keep clicking the button, and chop away. So these here are right now they got them for $200 with the battery, with the charger. You can trim for hours on a single battery. If you're just doing real small branches, it will not open as far. So it's a quicker cut. So you're just trimming a bunch of little rose bushes or whatever it may be. You can cut all those stems smaller, and then you can open it back up and do the 1.5 inches, I believe it is. But yeah, like I said, you get a battery, charger, and the pruner for about $200. I think it's $204. And no one's gonna complain once they get one of these. These things are awesome. All right, this is a newer Milwaukee blower that I just got. They just came out with this a few weeks ago. And instead of a big old leaf blower, it's literally a handheld. And it's powerful. So I use this all the time now for when I'm done using my table saw, or if I'm cutting some wood in the garage, I can blow the dust off the floor real quick without getting the leaf blower out. If I take the golf cart out, I can blow that out. I can blow the floor mats out of my truck. I can blow the bed of the truck out. If you got to dry your hair real quick, you can use it for that, I guess. But I think this is right around $200 without a battery. With the battery, they're a little bit more. But if they have any of the M18 batteries, this thing's cool. Like once you have one, like I said, for $200, I feel like it's a little overpriced for what it is, but it's a brand new tool and they just came out with it, so I'm sure, you know, they can charge a little extra for it. But once you have it, it's very useful. The other kind of cool thing, it comes with these different tips. So if you need to fill up the pool toys, inflatable things, you know, the inflatable mattresses, stuff like that, you can do all that with them. You can blow out, you know, water lines and things with some of these. It has a ton of power and it's got different speeds you can adjust to it. But this thing is really cool, just even for blowing off the workbench. Or if you're dusty, you can blow, you know, you're done cutting the grass, you can blow all the grass clippings off you. It's really cool. Like I said, again with this one, if you bought this for somebody, I promise you they would not complain they had this. This is a pretty sweet thing to have. All right, every man needs a shop vac. And I'm telling you right now, the DeWalt Stealth Sonic shop vacs are the best shop vacs for the money. I've had Rigid, shop vac brand, ones from Lowe's. I've had, I don't know, probably a dozen shop vacs in my life, and I literally threw all of them away. I only had probably 3 or 4 left, but I threw all those away once I bought one of these. They are so much quieter. I don't know if it's gonna do any justice on camera, but a normal shop vac, you can't talk to somebody when the shop vac's on. This thing, you can talk, have a normal conversation, still hear the radio. It is extremely, extremely quiet compared to a normal shop vac. And the suction's great on them. This is the 6 horse or 6.5 horse, 16 gallon. This is, I think, the biggest Stealth Sonic they make. I also have the 5 horse, 10 gallon. Love them both. Suction's great on them. Quiet. They just work really good. So this one's right around, or the 5 horse 10 gallons right around the $200 range. This one gets you up into the $250 range, but it really is sweet. Like I said, once you use one of these, you won't go back to a normal shop vac. The other thing is this hose, this is a 30-foot hose. This doesn't come with it. It comes with a normal, maybe 10-foot hose or something like that. But this 30-foot hose comes with all these different adapters. And what's neat about it is it comes with a whole bunch of these. You put them on your different tools. You can put them on your miter saw, your sanders, your circular saw, track saw. And then you come over here and you just click the hose on them. And you can, you know, turn it on while you're using the tool, and it sucks up all the dust for you. And then you can just unhook it and hook it to the wand to do the floor, or the brush for doing the bench, or whatever it may be, cleaning the car out. But what's nice is this hose is 30 feet long, so I can literally leave the shop vac in one corner of the garage or the shop, do the whole floor with it, clean everything off. It winds up around here. It's super flexible and nice. And this hose is around, I think it's $60 for the 30-footer. You can get a 20, a 16. I have a 16 as well. I use it once in a while, but the 30 is always on here. I use it constantly. It's not too long, I promise you. You can just, like I said, leave this in the garage and drag it out to the car, go all through the car, around the car. You're not trying to lug the shop vac all around. The 30-foot hose is the way to go. And again, once you have something like this hose and this shop vac, you'll never want to use a normal shop vac that's extremely annoying and loud again. And you don't want to go to the big bulky black hose that comes with the shop vac once you have this thing. It really does work good. All right. If your dad or husband or boyfriend, whoever it may be that you're buying this stuff for, enjoys creating things, enjoys designing things, making things, problem solving, anything like that, a 3D printer is an awesome gift. And you might think it's expensive. This really, for what you get, this is not too bad of a tool. So this, for 350 bucks, this is a 4-color Flash Forge ADX5. So it can hold 4 different color filaments. You can print multiple color prints with it at the same time. So it will automatically switch from whatever colors you have on there during the print and put all the colors of whatever you're doing in there. But it's just a sweet tool. Once you have one, there's so many files online you can just download and just print as it is. But there's so many things you can problem solve with this. You can create things for your drawers to organize things. You can literally create usable parts for automotive related things, engine parts. This is actually a carb adapter for a golf cart out of reinforced nylon plastic. You can make different adapters for, you know, we were talking about the shop vac. If you wanted to connect the hose to something that might be a strange size, you can just print out any size you need and you have it, and they're usable parts. You can make toys with them. You can make tools with them. You can make jigs and fixtures. You can replace parts and pieces off of other tools or cars that might have broke and you can't find the parts or pieces for them. But they're not hard to learn. They're not hard to use. And like I said, this machine for 350 bucks is a great machine, not only to start with, but I mean, you can do a ton with this thing. The speeds are good on it. The quality is excellent. I mean, this is reinforced nylon plastic, which is kind of difficult to print with, and it printed it absolutely beautiful the first try, and it works great. So this thing's really good. Like I said, no one's going to complain once they have this, even if they have no idea how to use it. It's not hard. You get online, you watch a couple YouTube videos, you download some files, you start playing with it. Once you get the gist of it, you'll be able to create and do anything you want with it. So really cool thing. So whoever you're shopping for, I promise they're going to be happy with any of these gifts if you end up getting them for you. Like I said, you can spend as little as 10 bucks and get them something kind of cool, all the way up to 350 bucks. So I'll have all the links down below. You can just click on them. Like I said, if you want to buy the things, you don't have to. I just wanted to show you guys. But if you do use any of the links, I do appreciate it. And I do appreciate you guys watching. So have a Merry Christmas, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.